Welcome back. We're gonna slowly starting to get some stuff going here for you in a second. So let's get it started, shall we? Why is your phone always the one to get abused with all your
The fact
shenanigans?
that I just fucking left it on the floor though. It's like, you're sick of this shit all the time when you just leave it there now. I was just like, I'll pick it up after. I have to put something back. And then I just see some customers just crowding around my phone. It's like, am I really wrong right now?
I was just crying because it's just like this, and I just see something goes. Oh my gosh.
I was quite over it. It's like, well, it's gonna fall, it's gonna stay there for a couple of seconds. It's gonna learn its lesson.
Yeah,
I don't know why I take it such like a personal problem. It's like it's a human being that has feelings.
Yeah.
When I get mad, I'll be like, you're gonna stay there now.
Well, that's your phone, yo. That's your lifeblood.
Yeah. So, if you're gonna be stubborn, you're gonna stay on the ground. Yeah, I got wrong.
All right. So, what's going on? Welcome back to the stream. Let's get some stuff started. Today is Wednesday. Happy hump day. We're excited because we're off tomorrow. So what's not to be excited about? I do not know. Got some green onions up in here. We're gonna drizzle a little bit of our lovely oil. And then we are gonna grab some gloves because we need to put some gloves on with our filthy hands. Oh no. Let's grab a new one. How's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday. I keep repeating that, but Wednesdays are exciting days. For one, I'm off tomorrow. Two, it's hump day, halfway through the week. So what's not to be excited about? Let's roll these sleeves up a little bit. Show off these skinny arms. But yeah, if you're just joining us, we're about to get started here a little bit. We got some stuff in the oven for you. And we got some stuff on the stove and we're ready to go. So let's get the stuff going that we got ready to go. And then we can flow from there, right? So we got our nice cabbage, mushrooms, ground beef mixture here for you. We're gonna hit that with a little bit of parsley and get that little bit of twirly going on in here. I'll show you guys what that looks like. Oh, looking good. Looking absolutely scrumptious and delicious. Tastes fabulous, by the way. If you don't believe me, you're gonna have to come down and try it yourself. All right, so let's get that in our lovely container here. Woo! So this was cooked down in some nice spices, some oyster sauce, a little bit of soy. We got some cabbage in here. We got some cremini and shiitake mushroom, a little bit of mixture in here. And that's all their lovely flavors. Of course, there's a little bit of carrots in here, but All right, so gonna make this look all kinds of good. We're gonna get a smaller container so we can put that in. We can put the rest of this in, but that's looking good. If you like cabbage and beef, this is definitely one for you. So yeah, that's everything that's in there. Oyster sauce, soy sauce, some salt and pepper, spices, smoked paprika, mushrooms, cabbage, a mix of cremini mushrooms, and a mix of shiitake with shiitake mushrooms as well. So it's already full with tons and tons of flavor. I'm not sure we needed the little one. We probably could have put it on here, but to be safe, that's what we did. All right. sure nothing gets left behind in our pot. Cool. Cool. And then we got some stuff going. All right, so that loveliness to the side. And then we can continue with our lovely shenanigans. Shake it, shake it. I'm gonna hit that with some green onions. And a little bit of chopped parsley. And our oven is asking us to open the door and close it so we can get our cooking process going. All right, so this is one of our first dish of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It's the ground beef, one from our menu. It's a nice Chinese style ground beef and cabbage stir fry. So that being said, let's get that over to our hot food area, and then we can gradually get the rest of our lovely food going for you. Nedge, why are you on the floor? Okay, so this one is going in our hot foods right now, which is good, which is good. Let's go see what else we got going on here. I just want to call to say that I love you. All right, let's put this one over in our hot food area as well, and then we will be back for another edition of Cooking with Me in the Kitchen. Okay, so up next, ladies and gentlemen, we got our lovely Roberts. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tina Roberts, welcome to the stream. Love to have you. How are you today? It's hump day. I hope you're excited that we're halfway through the week. So, that being said, we got some more food for you. All right. So we got our lovely bean mixture over here. I'll bring you guys over so you can see that. Kishir, welcome back, welcome back. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. All right, so for this loveliness I know how it looks right now, okay? Do not judge it before you taste it. I know how it looks. This is a mixture of beans right now. We have some butter beans, we have some kidney beans, and the sauce that we got going on in here. Yummy. I know, right? Most people look at this and like, what is that? What we got going on here is our mixture of beans, but for the sauce, we got a nice coconut miso broth going on in here as well. So that's the sauce right here, coconut and miso. So we got all those rich flavors of the miso and the coconut milk. So good, tastes so good. And I wish you guys could try it before you judge it because it's awesome. So what I'm doing now, I'm gonna fold in some spinach in here, and I'm gonna bring that over to you so we can finish that up together. All right, so give me a second while we continue this. So I'm just gonna fold some spinach into that in a second, and then I'll bring it over. Trust me, those flavors are absolutely delicious. And that's not even an exaggeration because, and plus, it's good for fiber, right? Get tons of fiber out of this dish. So here go our spinach. Now we're just using some nice baby spinach in here. I just want, and then we're gonna bring over our container that we're gonna be putting it in. Pretty baby, la 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 da da da. Now the key to this is add your beans. Like make your sauce first, thicken it. Add your beans in at the last minute if you're using canned beans, so that you don't mush it out in the process. So, hi. Oh, can I get a zucchini? I just need a box and a half of zucchini.
Zucchini? How many? No. I'll give you Brussels sprouts, zucchini.
All right,
What's yours?
a box and a half of zucchini. All right, so we are done here. We're gonna bring it over to you guys right now.
How many Brussels sprouts?
For this, we are going to toss in some nice chives. You can put it in. Or, yeah, whichever. Thank you.
How many zucchini?
And then we're gonna mix in those chives a little bit more. Get them nice incorporated. And I'll take you guys over to see that before we put it in. So don't worry about your spinach, the excess heat is gonna cook out your spinach. So that's what we got right now.
Thursday. Broccoli, cauliflower, one each.
Look at that. It's looking good. It's looking good.
One.
Let's get that in our container and then we can proceed.
Onion, right?
We have a couple of onions.
No, she said you have.
Take from what? Oh. Pretty baby. Oh, so good. How's everybody doing today, by the way? I hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream a little bit. I hope you guys like this sort of food. I guess if you didn't really kind of like it a little bit or are mildly curious, you wouldn't be here, right? So I'm glad I can bring this to you guys so early in the morning or afternoon, depends on where you are in the world, but you know. So yeah, try to be a little bit gentle so you don't mush out your beans too much. If you're dealing with fresh cookly beans, then you're more able to control the raw cookedness of them and stuff like that. But if you get them out of the can, then you want to be a little bit more gentle with them because, you know. La da 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 da, pretty lady. Flora, did I mention it was Wednesday? Hump day. And now I'm gonna finish it off with some chives on top. Make that look a little bit more appetizing for just a dish of beans, right? Whoa. La 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 la. All right. Show you guys what we got here. Look at that. Look at that. It's looking healthy and solid. Yes, healthy and solid. All right, let's bring it over before I start spilling things. And then we can see what we got next to come out of the lovely oven, shall we? For added some and then shine, we're gonna choose a little bit of olive oil over here. There we go. We're done. Whoa. Coming through, unstable. The what? Is the beef fully beef? Is the beef fully beef? It's no, there's no pork in it. It's just strictly beef. All right. So, ladies and gents, there's one thing we don't have in the oven yet, which we're gonna give a little season right now, so we can put it in the oven alongside everything else that's going on in there. La-di-da-di-da, because it just showed up. So when things show up late, you get to cook them late, right? We got ourselves some nice zucchini that we got to put in the oven for our Japanese style zucchini dish. So that is exactly what we're gonna do right now. Got some sliced zucchini. La-di-da-di-da. Notorious. Notorious. And just because we're nice, we're gonna get 2 bowls going. I just love the zucchini. Notorious. I had a couple of stacks over here because we still have one more bag that we're gonna put. Okay. Let's get this done before anything in our oven decide that it wants to overcook. Notorious. All right, so what we're gonna do with this guy is hit them with some olive oil. Hit them with a little bit of that, if I can find it. There we go. Sesame seed oil. Notorious. See if you guys are focused. All right. Now we're gonna toss these. And one of the reasons when you have sliced zucchini or anything like this, you want to start this way is so that you're gonna have these lovely clumps like this, and if you cook them, they're just gonna stick like that, and they're gonna cook that way, and they're not gonna cook evenly. So what you want to do is separate them, make sure your hand's nice and oily, and then you oil both sides, and then as you see, they won't stick together. So that will separate them and make them cook a little bit evenly on the tray when you go to do them. So and not be sticking together and not cooking on the insides or something like that while the other ones are cooked and those ones are not. So just take a little time to separate them, make sure they're fully oiled on both sides, and you shouldn't have any problems. I know, it's one of those processes, right? And you're just like, God damn it. Why do I have to do this? Why can't I just cut up, put in there, not worry about life? For me, it's a little bit difficult because these come pre-sliced and they're already stuck together. If you're chopping them at home, you don't have that much of a problem, right? But if you're just gonna throw them in the oven, like super dry and without seasoning or anything like that, that's gonna happen to you. We're gonna have bunches where the inside's cooked and the outside's cooked and the inside's not cooked. So keep that in mind. Cases, Kess, Cozy Corner. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Love to have you. That's supposed to be Cassie? Yes, Cassie. Right? Am I right? Cassie? Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Love to have you. Sorry if I butcher your name. I apologize. Notorious. How's everybody doing, by the way? How's everybody enjoying the start to their lovely halfway through the week? It's Wednesday. You should be happy. It's hump day. All right, so now that you have a nice bunch of these that are separated and oil on both sides, and then we can move on to our next bowl. Get that finished real quick for you so we can season them up and throw them in the oven. By the time we're done this, our salmon should be done, and we can take our salmon out and get that going. And hopefully by the time we finish putting away salmon, these lovely zucchini should be done, because we don't want to overcook them, right? Just like we did last night. If you guys joined that lovely live stream last night, very fast, very simple. I love to like sit around on stream and just chat with you guys all day. But that defines it's not the purpose of our lovely home meal. Our home meal is to bring you something that you guys can have in your repertoire and basically cook at home. Takes no time, very quick, very fast. So I feel like the longer I drag that on, is like, it defeats the purpose of the whole video. But, if you guys want me to extend those, just let me know and I can fully do that. All right, separating these, get them nice and oil so they don't come back together. Josie and the Pussycats. All right, we are almost there. Okay, come here. So everything's separated now. So now we can get into some seasoning. All right, so let me change my gloves real quick and then we can season this how they were supposed to be. Viola, welcome to the stream. Love to have you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to everyone in the stream today. Thank you for stopping by and sharing your wonderful, precious time with us. We appreciate it. I hope you guys are liking the stream. If you do, double tap the screen. Helps out the channel in a big way, help us grow while we bring you some delicious food. All right. So for this, we're gonna hit it with a little bit of our magic spice blend that we got going on here. Oh, definitely. Then we're gonna hit that with a little bit of light seasoning all around. Give that a toss. Light seasoning all around. Give that a toss. And we're gonna repeat the process over here. Nice, nice, nice. All right, where's our cover? All right, so next thing we're gonna do here is sprinkle a little bit of our teriyaki sauce on here. And then just sauce. Get that nice seasoning going on over there. All right, so next what we're gonna do is get a couple trays, make ourselves a place in our oven so we can put these in our oven, and everything is coming at full force. Sunny days, clouds. Give me a second, ladies and gents, while I grab some trays for myself so I can put these in the oven. Okay, we're gonna split these in trays. Cashier with the lovely green hearts. All right, now we're gonna split this in evenly amongst the 3 trays, so we can spread them out nicely so they can cook evenly. And then, yeah, just like that, just spread them out. Give them as much space as you possibly can. I know it's impossible sometimes when you have such a big volume. But yeah, try to make sure as best as you can they're not super overlapping to each other, like one on top of the other. Just give them as much space so all that heat can travel around, and try to cook them evenly. If you really want to be efficient, then you're gonna have to like lay one at a time side by side all around the tray, and that will cook them more efficiently, but you don't have the space for that, so don't even do it. Unless you're doing it for a small batch, like a 1-2 plate kind of thing, then you're able to do that. When you're doing it for a bunch, it's not feasible. All right, so let's get those in the oven. And that being said, we can bring over our lovely salmons. Watch yourself. All right, now for our salmon, we are gonna grab our lovely sweet chili sauce for this. And as I explained, it's supposed to be a mango sweet chili sauce, but unfortunately our order for that sauce hasn't come in yet. So we are using just your generic sweet chili sauce for this. So we do apologize for the flavor changes, but unfortunately, If you don't get everything you need, you're gonna have to change and adapt your flavorings. But I still stick with the whole sweet chili premise. But yeah, it is what it is. Just unfortunate circumstances when your orders don't come in. So we're gonna brush that with our nice sweet chili sauce. I paint her with this brush on a canvas. You just kind of lightly dip it in your sauce, and we're gonna make sure you glaze all of these. Because once we get it in our container, you know, I'm gonna make sure the glaze is on everything. They're gonna be on top of each other. So if the glaze is on everything, we'll still get all that flavor in each piece of salmon, and they're just like a few. If we just put them all in the tray and then pour it all over. And plus, to give it a nice, beautiful shine on your salmon, you almost make it look like a dessert, right? A savory dessert. And we just brush away. And once we're finished brushing away, we're just gonna hit some nice greenery on top, and then we should be good. Plus a little bit of that sesame seed as well. Well, also once again, if you guys want to support the channel in a big way and see more of our content, help YouTube bring you more of our content, consider subscribing, and we'll love to have you in more of our live streams like this. We have a goal of hitting 10,000 subscribers. It's one of our major milestones. So, you know, join us on the journey while we bring you food and help us achieve our accomplishments as well. All right, so that's all glazed up. Let's get our sesame seeds. And then we're just gonna lightly, a little bit on top. All right, and that's all there. You can grab our chopped parsley, and we're just gonna hit that. See, so a whole lot of little things that make this look even extra delicious. All right, give me a second. We're almost done here. All right, so make myself some space and we can get that in our container. Chrissy says, I wish I like salmon, but I can't stand the taste, but it looks good. See, appreciate you. You know, sometimes it's just, remember, food is a little bit of art as well. So you can admire it, even if you don't necessarily like to eat it, but it's still good. Lorraine, welcome to the stream. Well, thanks. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I'd love to have you in our stream. All right, so that being said, just remember, we must celebrate today because it's hump day. And let's get our salmon in our lovely container so we move on to better things going on in our lives right now. I truly love the glaze on these because it gives it such a nice look. And even if you don't like the sweet chili kind of glaze for these, you can also use something like, you know, a nice teriyaki glaze or something like that. And that will give this a nice, like, you know, shine as well. Without that spicy and sweet to it, you get more just that savory. It's just a good way to present your meal. And people will be like, ooh, ah, ooh. You know what I mean? You gotta make sure your food tastes good as well, and flavorful, and your flavors are balanced. So not only just about the way it looks, it's about the flavors that you put in there as well. We try to always make sure our flavors is good, no matter if the food looks good or looks bad, right? As long as those flavors are on point always, we are happy. Because our ultimate goal is to satisfy your taste buds. You know, if we can satisfy your visual senses as well, that is a plus. But your taste buds come first, and then everything else comes after. Because our food can look amazing and also taste like crap, and we don't want that for you. We want flavors first, and then aesthetics later. All right, so that's looking proper. Show you guys what more from the top. What's going on? A nice glaze. I like that glaze so much. All right, so I can take this over to hot foods. I would actually eat that. I love these flavors together. See, you know, flavors first. Actually, before we take that over, I should probably do one of these. Can never go wrong. You can never go wrong. All right. All right, so that being said, now we can bring that over. And our oven's calling us. Let's check our zucchini. Woo-hoo. The zucchini is definitely ready to go. Amongst everything else that's going on in here. All right, so let's go. And then we'll be back with our next dish. What's your back? What's your back? What's your back? I'm gonna bring you up, bring you down, run around you. All right, so behind. Next up, we got for you is, I think we're gonna pull out our chicken, and then we're gonna get everything else going. Now for our chicken is a peri-peri chicken, so it has a little bit of heat to it. If you don't like heat, that's super unfortunate. But you know, this is kind of Nando's style peri-peri chicken because we use some of their peri-peri sauce to make our creamy peri-peri sauce. I know I'm saying peri-peri a lot, but it is what it actually is, right? So let's get this over here. Let's grab our container so we can get that situated. And this is all the chicken right there. So I'll give you a nice little close-up look at that. Let's get our utensils so we don't burn our fingers off. Right. And we're just gonna. So the chicken itself was marinated with some spices, some dry peri peri spices, some peri peri hot sauce, and some olive oil, and some smoked paprika as well. So that's what you got going on here to start with the base flavors of our chicken. And then we have that nice peri peri cream sauce to go on this. For that sauce, basically we just sauteed some onions, some garlic, hit that with a little bit of stock, use chicken stock, and then we cook that all down. Add in some of that peri peri hot sauce for a little bit more of that, bring out more of that peri peri flavor. And then we hit that with 35% cream, and then we cook that down a little bit until our sauce came together nice and thick and saucy. And then we just adjust the flavors if we needed some more salt and pepper or something like that. Hit that with a little bit of lemon juice at the end. And now we have our chicken and everything. We're gonna bring that sauce and put it together nicely. So, trying to give you guys a little bit of step-by-step of my process of how I make this stuff. So, I know visually it'll be better to bring it to you visually, but I do sometimes. Actually, our first prep day, we did make that sauce together. I brought you guys with me to make that sauce together. So that is there for you guys on our live stream playlist. And you guys can check that out at any time. For any recipes and discussion and stuff like that, we kind of leave that up to our Discord community. If that's something you want to know, the recipe of any of our dish that you see us make, feel free to just hit us up in our Discord community at any time. And we'll be love to share that with you. In special cases, we will just give it to you. And if you don't know what Discord is, we'll just kind of try to post it in our community section of our lovely channel here. So don't worry, not every recipe that we make is a secret. We love to share it with our lovely communities. And hopefully you guys like our recipes and come back for more. Every now and then we make some complex recipes that we post on the channel. But then there's the mechanic of this is basically bring you guys simple follow along recipes that you can cook anywhere, anytime with anything you want. All right, so these are chicken. Sorry if I'm talking too much. I'm just trying to, fill in those gaps for you guys as we go along. Let's see, what did I miss? Janet, welcome back to the stream. Love to have you. Looks delicious. Good morning. Thank you very much. Good morning to you as well. Drake, welcome to our lovely stream this morning. And once again, if you're liking what you're seeing, you guys are mildly entertained, double tap your screen, give us a like while I go get our sauce for our chicken right now. And as I explained, our sauce is a nice creamy peri peri sauce. So get our ladle. Give you guys a little look at that before I start adding it in. So nice creamy peri peri. Got all those lovely flavors down there. And we're just gonna make sure we get all those chicken nice and flavored on. Also, once again, ladies and gentlemen, our menu changes on a weekly basis. So next week, this menu is going to be something different. We try to keep it interesting, fresh. Every now and then, we'll repeat some things. All depends on whatever our customer base, our favorites from the customer base, what they like to see and stuff like that, and we'll bring that back. But for most part of it, our menu changes on a weekly basis. Ooh. You can see those onions, those lovely flavors and everything coming out. All right, so that is our beautiful chicken right there. And next up, we're gonna hit that with some lovely chives. Very good, very good. Now, let's get that over to our lovely hot food area and get that ready for our clientele, because they're going to be nice and hungry when they come through. Miss Shannon says, lovely voice, you could be a commentator. Well, you know, I tried my hands at some stuff. Not a commentator, but I did a little bit of extra acting. But, you know, it was just, as a hobby, nothing crazy. It was fun. Definitely was fun. Mohammed! Who put that big ass container in there? I don't know. Whoever did that should get slapped. Thanks. Oh, so hot, so hot, so hot, so hot. All right, so next thing we're gonna bring to you, after we put away our lovely chicken here, is we are gonna bring to you our zucchini. Our Japanese-inspired zucchini dish. Out of my way, cart. Alright, so let me just wipe down the area real quick, and then we can get started on our next dish. So you recently see me put our lovely zucchini in the oven. So that zucchini is gonna be coming out because, like I said, you wanna undercook it just a little bit. And then you wanna add in, I'm gonna add in those lovely onions that I got going on as well. So those lovely zucchinis. Got about 3 trays of these. They're also with that nice teriyaki sauce as well. And now we're also, actually what we're gonna do here, we're gonna combine 2 of these to make it easier on our lives. It's gonna be easier to work with when it's all said and done. So 1 of these trays, a little bit more zucchini. Okay. No ordinary love. Alright, so we got our other trays over here. Just gonna bring that together. Like so. And then we have our lovely caramelized onions that we have to go in here as well. Chef, do you cook outside your restaurant? Do you do weddings? I've before I started working here, I've done a lot of cooking outside, obviously. I've done catering for different events and stuff like that. I've done catering for I think only one wedding in my entire career so far that I remember. Anyways, it was a fabulous wedding. It was took all day, but yeah, no, it was pretty good. So I've done basic one wedding catering. Everything else I've done is basically just like major events like art exhibits, just party functions, and like I said, I used to do like a catering for this private club inside the Scotiabank Arena, partly owned by Drake. So that is what I used to do. But the company I used to work for, they'll do like, sometimes they do weddings, sometimes they don't. So it used to be who wanted what. We used to have these like really rich clientels that will do these nice parties at their house, and they'll hire our company, so we'll just go in, prep for them and stuff like that. There used to be this this really wealthy family that I used to cater for. One day in the summertime, they'll basically just say they want this and this for their parties, and I would have to make up all the food, drive like an hour or two outside the city, cater for them, and then come back in the middle of the night, stuff like that. So I've done catering here. This is like the most tame place I've been working at, where I don't get basically hired out to the highest bidder. I'm constantly moving around. So it's one of those. Do you travel to events? Yeah, it depends on what the catering is. We will, when I used to work for the other company, yeah, we used to travel for events all the time. So, all right, so now we got everything. We're just gonna give that a mix. Get those nice onions and stuff evenly mixed throughout here. And we're gonna get that in there nicely. These onions are nicely caramelized too. I like all the natural sugar is gonna come out. Actually, one of my old coworkers not too long ago mentioned that they want to start up a catering business. And, you know, the only reason I'm on the fence about it is that we have to come up with our capital. And I don't know if you ever heard me vent about not wanting to borrow money from the bank because I basically would love to have my own capital to put into it. So I know that if anything goes wrong, I don't have to owe the bank like $1 million or something like that. So that's the only thing that has me on the back foot right now. I know it'd be a nice way to get some stuff going, but I'm a little bit stubborn that way. I'm one of those people that truly do not like owing people money, and yeah, it's just one of my faults. How are you, Maria? As you can see, we did more zucchini than usual today. This dish has been selling out ever since we started, so that's what we do. When we start, we usually play it by ear, see how it goes, and then we'll make a little bit extra, depends on how it's selling. All right, it's looking nice and caramelized. Let's get rid of these trays, and then we can proceed with everything else that's going on. All I need for those lovely juices is a piece of bread. That is amazing. All right, so now some chives. Oh. And now we can take that over to our hot food area, and then we can continue with our montage of loveliness. Hot, 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 hot. Cheryl, no space, never mind. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have our.
Wow. Chef, when you finish that, I'm gonna
Take a picture of what? Oh, the chicken bones?
Why?
Why? Yeah. All right, let me just wipe down real quick and then we can proceed. All right, ladies and gents, what we got next? Now we got our lovely eggplants. Whoa, our lovely caramelized eggplants right here. You can start it. Yeah. Let's see. Lauren said, I do agree with 100%. Do not owe anyone any money. Yeah, that is honestly my downfall when it comes to opening up my place and stuff like this. Yeah, owing people money is not something I'm particularly comfortable with. This is why, as it stands right now, I have no debt. I'm debt free because I pay off everything I need to pay off, and I'm just, getting by in my 9 to 5, and anything major comes up, I will deal with it as it comes up. So I have really no debt to be worrying about paying off at the moment, at least until I go to buy my own house and stuff like that. And that is, another story all in its own. But yeah, any other thing has already been paid off. School fees, any other bills, random government bills that comes up that you never knew about until like a few years later. Those are already paid off. So even those even those back payments from COVID's already been paid off. So we're just trying to coast by right now. What are the best times to visit Canada? Honestly, it all depends on what what you can tolerate. Can you tolerate the cold? If you can tolerate the cold, you can come anytime. If you more enjoy the heat, I would say around now until the end of like September-ish would be a great time to come because that's when it's nice and warm and stuff. You can every now and then get nice and humid, but living in a country where it's just mostly cold, I can handle that any time of the year. So it all depends on what you like. Do you like the cold or do you like the heat? Because basically it's like forever winter here in Canada. Like it's spring and it still gets down to minus. It gets down to the minus weathers. So, and actually, today is supposed to be one of the nicest days ever in a while. It's supposed to get up to 20 degrees and plus. So I'm looking forward to after I'm done work, going outside and just basically taking off my clothes and running around. I'm joking. Just basically, yeah, getting outside there and hopefully there's sunshine and not just some humidity or something like that. And just getting out there and enjoying the sun. That'd be great. Sorry, Maria. All right, so got in here. We got some for our pasta. We got our eggplants, looking nice. We got our what do you call it? Rigatoni pasta. We got some spinach. We got some Parmesan cheese, and it's all been seasoned with some lovely Italian spices. And we're just gonna give that hit of some of that lovely olive oil. Because what is tomato pasta without olive oil? The love of olive oil. We're gonna hit that with some of our lovely chives, go along with everything that's going on here. We're gonna give that a little bit more the Parmigiano. Because Parmesan is king. Let's see what did I miss. Janet says I'm coming for the food. Oh, absolutely! Don't worry, I already got your plate ready to go. I have your plate ready to go, Janet. All right, let me grab our lovely tomato sauce for this. I have a plate with your name on it. All right, so I'm gonna pour in a lovely tomato sauce here. Give this a nice toss, very ever so slightly without burning my hands. Oh my gosh. Make sure we get all the way to the bottom. Use a spoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're doing this, use a spoon. Don't be me. All right, so nice little mix. Get all those flavors nicely together. Just want to make sure that the spinaches get mixed evenly throughout. And don't be mad if you make a mess. It's pasta. You're supposed to make a mess. Have you ever had noodle pasta and not make a mess? All right, so get that over there. Let's grab our containers. Miss Janice says that dish looks amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love the cold, but not freezing. My daughter likes it hot weather. Um, Honestly, if that's the case and you are traveling with your daughter, I would probably say come around springtime, which is like around, kind of around the May, April time. Because I only say that because you get the temperature fluctuate in this country so frequently that around this time you get a little bit the best of both worlds. All right, you get some weathers that are not completely like freezing weather, like you get those minus weathers, and then you get pockets of days where you get it nice and completely above 20 degrees, and then immediately the next day it'll drop below minus again. So this is a little pocket that we're in right now, that you get some nice hot days, and then the next day you wake up, you're going to be back into a winter jacket kind of deal. So, and the only difficulty about that, it messes with the body because your body doesn't really adjust to everything that's going on. So you're prone to getting like colds, runny nose, and all that loveliness when you live here. But yeah, if you're just visiting, I think it's like the perfect sweet spot because, it won't get super, super cold to like minus 20 kind of weather, but you will get some nice cold days. And then every now and then you get a pocket of these hot days like it's happening today. It gets to 20 degrees. We had that kind of weather last week, something like that. It was like 20 degrees. Everybody was outside, nice shorts and t-shirt. And immediately the next day, everybody was back into a winter jacket. I'm not even joking on that. It actually happens. So. Alright, so let me make my mountain of pasta and then we can finish these up. A little bit of Parmesan and some chopped parsley on top. You know me, I like my mountain of pasta, my mountain of fish. All right, you're good to go. Let's give our area a little bit of wipe down. Yeah, if you like pasta, like eggplant, this is a lovely, lovely little dish for you. All right, so that being said, we're gonna hit this with a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top and a little bit of chopped parsley to finish.
Sorry, miss. You want me to go? Please, do we have garbage bags?
All right, that is it. I'm waiting with bated breath. You're my favorite chef. Well, you are one of my favorite viewers, so appreciate you. Thank you very much. I envy the people lucky enough to eat your food. I envy them too. To be honest with you, I get to taste my food before it goes out and stuff like that. I don't get to sit down and have a plate of my food. You know, just indulge into it because like once everything is nicely put together, it immediately goes to our hot food section for the customers or, just catering. Like, yes, I get to try it and stuff like that, but I don't actually get a nice plate of it to like sit down, for a nice 30 minutes to indulge into everything else that's going on. So, so I envy that too. Huh? Okay. I got one more. The only time I get to do that is when I do our home cooking. So after I leave with you guys in the home cooking, I get to sit down and definitely put my face into my plate and just go crazy. That's the only time I get to do that. Most times when I'm at work, I don't get to do that. I just get to try them, like a little taste tester to make sure all their flavors are up to point, and then it immediately goes out to the customer. Okay, ladies and gents, we are at a crossroads. We're definitely at a crossroad as it stands right now. And I only say that because that was the last dish on our beautiful menu for today. So if you want to see anything that you missed or you want to see some more food, definitely we will be showcasing our menu again on Friday as we are off tomorrow and we have some computer work to do, so you won't hear from us until Friday. But hi. No, you can grab it and you can pay over there. Yeah. No worries. That is basically we're at a crossroads because that and I'm going to start getting into our prep section of today's live stream. So if you are a standing amazing member of our channel, you know how that dynamic is. For those of you who are new to our channel and don't know what our dynamic is when it comes to the prep section of our live, we are gonna just reset, clean down a little bit, get our ingredients so we can basically replenish everything that we made from our menu today, right? This is also already been posted on our main channel, on our homepage of the channel, so you can check that out at the community section of our channel, post section as well. Also in our Discord community, that's all been posted there. So if you guys want to take a look at that, you're welcome, more than welcome to. But we are getting into our prep section of today's live stream. Miss Janet, you are also amazing. Thank you for the lovely contribution to our channel. Laughing Disco. Oh, I haven't seen that one. That's the first one. Nice. Laughing Disco, Jules. Thank you very much. Really, truly appreciate you. Laureen will be here for Friday. Many thanks. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Let's see. Yeah, I appreciate everyone who joined our live stream. You guys are absolutely amazing. Now, instead of our fast-paced putting out the food that we just did and stuff like that, our prep section is a little bit more tamed, a little bit more, focus on getting everything that we just put out, re-prepped and stocked for tomorrow. So, for Friday. So when we come in, we're not running around and all that stuff. And with that, that comes with me basically grabbing ingredients, coming back and showcasing them. And the only reason I don't bring you guys around with the camera with me is because I'm at work and I'm also trying to keep it professional. And that's not me going around sticking cameras where it's not supposed to be, right? So I'm trying to keep it professional that way. And this is why every time I go to grab some ingredients, I'll kind of like put you guys down here, something like that. And then I grab my ingredients. When I come back, I'll bring you guys back up, and then I'll showcase basically the stuff that I'm prepping, some of the stuff that go, the ingredients that goes into some of these dishes that I have for the menu for this week. And yeah, that's how we do it over here. We give you all the food first, and then we'll take you into the prep. Saturdays are usually our big prep days. This is when the new menu comes out on Saturdays, and then we prep everything from scratch. And then the rest of the week is kind of just replenishing it. All right. So that's our dynamic. We're getting into that right now. So that being said, we are just gonna wipe down a little bit, and then we're gonna figure out what we need to go get next. I think the first thing we want to do is also get our pot. Let me just wash that real quick off camera. I'm gonna wash my pot because we need to cook our pasta for Friday as well. Get more of that rigatoni pasta going, and then we can prep our eggplant for that pasta. The sauce, we usually leave it for the day. So on Friday, we'll make the sauce in the morning before we do our live stream. Our live stream, we usually try to start our live stream off on, I'd say around 10:30-ish in the morning. This is when we used to start our live stream. We also have a home dynamic live stream where we take you along with us and cook up some delicious meals, simple to follow along meals. So we'll leave you guys with those videos if you guys want to go back and just follow along and cook some of these meals for yourself, and let us know in the comment section if you try those meals, if you like them, you like the flavors. Is there anything you would change from those cooking experience? Anything we should change from those cooking experience? You know, we love the feedback. We love the criticism. So, you know, feel free. We don't bite. Just keep it clean. And, you know, like to interact with the lovely YouTube community here. You guys are all truly amazing. Kind of like Miss Janet as well. And, yeah. We'd love to have each and every one of you here with us in our live streams as well. Take part in all our foods and everything else that happens. Let's see what the name is in the chat. Jenny, happy birthday to me. Appreciate you. Yeah, my birthday was a good one. I ate so much food. We went to all you can eat. Miss Janet, have a great day as well. Yeah, no, I had a great birthday. Thank you so much for all your loveliness, Miss Janet. I hope you have a great day. And hopefully we'll see you on our next little food adventure that we got going on. So until then. Oh, sure. All right. So, give me a second. So we shouldn't have too much craziness to prep today, which is a good thing. We've been staying on top of our game lately. No running around like a crazy person for us on this lovely hump day, which is Wednesday. So yeah, I've got our pot for our lovely pasta here. We're just gonna season that with a little bit of salt. I say a little bit, but you want to salt your water so the pasta will take on some of that seasoning after everything's said and done. Don't worry, you can not It's the same way like if you're doing potatoes or something, you give a little bit of salt in your water, you know. So when you boil everything, you get a little bit of that saltiness into your potatoes, the seeping and stuff like that. Same thing with the pasta. I'm gonna do the same kind of deal. So we're just gonna season our water with some salt. We're gonna hit some olive oil as well. We're gonna get that on the stove. We're gonna cover it and let that come to a boil. In the meantime, we'll grab our zucchini and our pasta to get our pasta dish prep started. We don't need to cut up any chicken today for the fact that we already have some chicken marinating, and that's gonna be very delicious when we get back here to cook that off. Just think about it. The more you, the longer you marinate something, the deeper those flavors get. But then again, you do not want to go overboard with the marination, because even when you're marinating things for a long period of time, that stuff can still go bad on you. So that's the thing. You got to make sure you know what you're doing when it comes to those, how long of a period you can marinate something for. So that is good. All right, so we got our pot on the stove with the olive oil, with the salt. We're gonna turn that on and let that come up to a boil. In the meantime, we can get situated, get our containers ready to put all our stuff in. We're gonna be putting our zucchini in here. We're also gonna need a bowl so we can wash our zucchini when it's all said and done. See this? I cook and I do dishes. I cook and I do dishes. It's a never-ending cycle. Technically at work we do have a dishwasher, it's just they're kind of preoccupied right now, so kind of have to do my dishes when they're not around, because we don't want to wait, right? Miss Janet wished me a happy birthday earlier. Yes, I am an April baby, and so is Miss Janet. Her birthday passed not too long ago, so she's also in my April month, which is amazing. You know, I don't want to say it, but you know what they say, April people are the best, right? I'm sure the stream's gonna let me have it for that one. What you mean April people are the best? No, Scorpios, Sagittarius. No, I'm playing around. Ben TV, thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I do appreciate you. Honestly, me and it was low key. One day we went out with some friends, had a low key dinner, some laughters, some good chat and stuff like that. A little bit of drinks, and then we got the family together as well, because I had like a split birthday dinner with the family, because it was my sister's birthday coming up as well. Happy birthday to her. It's her birthday today. So we did a split little birthday dinner. We went to all you can eat, this Chinese all you can eat restaurant. It was pretty good. Pretty good. And I feel like I'm still full from it right now. I ate so much food, so much seafood, amongst other things. And it was delicious. Alright, so this one is gonna be for our pasta when it's cooked. So we'll keep that to the side. Now. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm gonna do right now is grab our eggplant and our pasta. So I'm gonna leave you guys down here while I go and do such a thing. And then I will be back to showcase what I got. So just bear with me. I will still be on the mic though. Yes.
I have to add water
To what?
to this.
Depends. Do you have a lot of broth?
This one is okay, that one is
What's this? Is this all the broth that you got from me?
yes.
That's all the broth you have for that one?
Yeah.
You're probably gonna have to add some liquid to it, but you're gonna have to season it. Yeah, because if you add liquid to it, try doing some
50 gold.
try doing some chicken stock with this one.
Chicken what?
Chicken stock, and use beef stock with this one. Yeah, because at least
Okay, if I cook this tomorrow, it's gonna be okay.
No, I
well,
because
if you're gonna cook it tomorrow, you should have not, because there's a good chance that the noodles are gonna soak up your liquid.
I was like,
Yeah.
If I cook this to all of them, I don't think I'm gonna kill it.
Well, that is your option.
If it is suck up the noodle, it's gonna be what is gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just gonna have noodles and whatever is in there.
So I'm just gonna cook one and see if this is, you say what I have to cook? It's what?
Because the broth in here is a little bit lighter, you probably want to go chicken stock. This one's a little bit darker, so you can get away with beef stock. But sorry about that, ladies and gents. When you hear me having a conversation, not directed towards the camera, it is because I'm also talking to my co-workers or a customer. So it's all in me. All right, so I'm over here at our lovely eggplant shop. We're gathering all our eggplants right now, and then we'll bring them back as soon as I also grab my pasta. Letitia, I'm just prepping my eggplants for the pasta dish that I have on the menu.
all about.
Yeah. What did you try so far?
The pasta, I tried the Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts and onions. It's on the menu.
No, I did zucchini and onions.
Brussels sprouts and onions.
That was not me. It's definitely not me. Mine is a teriyaki, caramelized onions and zucchini. So,
I did not see that. Okay, great.
but yeah. Which one you didn't like?
You didn't like?
Yeah.
Can't tell you.
What? That means then I can make it better.
How'd you make the pasta?
Tomato sauce is a tomato basil sauce, and it's just the roasted eggplants with some of my spice
Okay,
and Parmesan cheese.
that's right. I'm not a tomato sauce here.
Yes, yes, yes. Don't worry, you're not the only one.
Oh, okay.
All right, next time I'll make a nice rosé sauce. So it's tomato and cream.
Sounds good.
All right, we are on our way to grab our pasta, and then we'll be back. In the sky. Whoa. What up, my guy? Can see if I pass somewhat of the pasta that you're looking for. I say somewhat, they're not the longer reggaeton pasta, but a shorter version of it. But, make it work. No harm, no foul. We'll make it work.
Hello there.
What's up? All right, so we are making our way back so we can get this stuff ready to go. All right, so we got some stuff ready to go. Ladies and gents, I'm gonna excuse myself for a second. I do need to use the washroom. I'll leave the mic here so you guys don't have to hear me. Yeah, I have to use the washroom, so I'll leave the mic here so you guys don't have to hear all of that nonsense. And I will be back in about 2 minutes or so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Sorry about that. Just I had to step away for a second because I'm still human. I had to use the restroom and stuff like that. So we're back now. Now we can get started again. All right, so first things first, we're gonna get our container, our pasta in some containers. And then we can get our eggplant washed and put where they need to go. Let's see what I missed in the chat when I was gone. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Right. Welcome to the stream. Sorry if I didn't get to your chat right away. I just returned. I had to use the restroom and come right back. So we're back. How are you? Welcome back to our lovely stream. Just getting our pasta stuff out of the way so we can get our eggplants washed and get those cut up and tucked away. Hi.
Is it ready? Your chicken?
Yeah, give me a second. I'll take it out. Thank you. All right, so let us continue, shall we? Let's get all our lovely eggplant nice and take off these lovely stickers first. And then we can get them washed and then we can get them cut up and put in our container over here. Not enough space, not enough space, ever. These things are truly annoying. So, by the way, how is everybody enjoying the start to their halfway along this week? It's hump day. It's Wednesday. You should be excited. You should be happy because, you know, Friday is just around the corner. Blink twice and it's Friday, you know? Know what I mean? You should be excited, but I know if you work on the weekend, it still shouldn't matter because you're gonna be happy anyways. You know, the weekends are notorious for going out, having fun, you know, de-stressing, decoupling from the work life, and, you know, all those lovely things. So even if you do have to work, hopefully you have a plan to do some of that de-stressing, decoupling from your normal routine activities, even if you do have to work the next day or something like that, you know. Put a little side away from you for you and your well-being, and it should be good. See, you agree. All right, so let me get these washed and I'll be right back. Maria, can I just?
Wanna wash?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good or remove this?
All right, so I'm a little bit off camera right now, washing my eggplants, and I can return in a second. One of the main reasons I enjoy Wednesdays is knowing that I'm off on Thursdays, so it's definitely a good start to my weekend. I do work on the weekend, like I work on the Saturday, but you know, Friday, Saturday I work, but I get my Sundays to enjoy a little bit, recover a little bit. Split days off is never good. I hate split days off. I'd rather just have 2 days in a row. Whoever decided that you should give people 2 separate days off is complete maniac, and you need therapy. Okay, because split days off is a travesty in any line of work. Like, what are you supposed to do with split days off? You know, sleep, not get your life together outside of it. What are you supposed to do? All right, so enough of my venting. I got my eggplant, got my container to put all my scraps, got my white put down for all the mess, and then we can begin. Today's gonna be a good day in the city. I just know it because the weather is supposed to hit 20 degrees today. If you can believe that's happening out here right now, but yes, it's gonna hit 20 degrees in our city, and I'm all about it because I feel like winter has overstayed its welcome this year and the year before that. But this year, it just seems like it's did not want to go away. So today's weather is going to be definitely needed. After work, I'm just gonna basically go and run around in the sun like a crazy person. I hope there's sun and just not, sheer humidity or something like that. That's what I'm hoping for. Some nice breeze, some nice sun, and we should be good to go. I know some people don't like the heat, like that kind of weather. I'm all here for it. I am a tropical person, so I'm all here for it. And if it gets overbearing, I will just jump into a pool or a bathtub of cold water. And they did invent something called an air conditioner as well, which is, I know it's not necessarily the best for the environment, but sometimes it's necessary. Basically, you gotta use it in those last ditched scenarios where nothing else is cooling you down, and you just sit in front of that air conditioner. And even that is not good for you, to sit in front of an air conditioner for a long period of time. All that recycled air and stuff like that, that's not good for you. It'll cool you down, but it's not good for your health. Look it up. I'm pretty sure I'll tell you. Like, constantly being in an air conditioner environment is also not good for your health. Someone is wearing some lovely, strong fragrance. It's all up in my nose right now. Yeah, just in the middle right there. That'd be nice to have today. It's this perfect ice cream shop just down the street from my work. That would be a nice little treat for today. But today's also a gym day, so I don't know if that's the proper combination. Ice cream and gym day. I'm not sure if those two go together. What says you stream? Ice cream and gym day? Gym day? You think those two go together? Yeah, I just have to check on the other side. Yeah, no worries. Huh? Yeah. So someone was wearing some very, very, very strong fragrance here for a second. And that fragrance is all up in my nose right now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just another day and there's sunlight. I hope it's warm and nice because I want to enjoy it afterward. But I was caught up prepping all this stuff for our new menu for this week. And that is my song, and that's how I feel. I'm so sorry, stream. I just got caught up in some nice melody a while ago. I feel like outside's calling my name, so I had to make a song about it. I got some physical attraction. All right, so our pasta water is over there, and it is. Let me show you guys a second. You see the steam? It's boiling away right there. So we're gonna add in our pasta, and then we're gonna return to basically finish our eggplants and stuff like that. So in goes our pasta without burning my hand as usual when I do this. Ow, ow, ow. Boiling water wants to splash up and burn me. All right, so I'm gonna give that a nice stir. So it doesn't try to stick to the bottom of the pot. I'm gonna cover that, bring that up back to the boil. Then we can set our timer. But in the meantime, we're gonna continue with our eggplant madness. Or should I say eggplant shenanigans? Haha. Haha. Okay, enough of that. Let's get back to business. Oh, no, don't do it. You see that? That's what happens when you guys get too close to the action. You get knocked over. That being said, let me get you guys plugged in for a second before our lovely camera battery decide that it wants to die on us. We're currently at 30%, so we still got some more stuff to prep, so let's not run out of battery before that happens. This happened once before and everyone freaked out. Like, what happened to the stream? I'm like, I don't know. All right, give me a second. There we go. You guys are plugged in, ready to go. Got a question for anyone in the stream that's willing to answer right now. Have you ever lived in an apartment building and you get your upstairs neighbors decide they want to do some renovation, and then all you can hear is in the morning is just drilling and more drilling and more drilling? Like, what do? Do you just like take, take a broomstick and start banging on your roof? Go up there and knock in the door, kick the door in and be like, can you guys keep it down? It's my day off. I'm trying to relax. All I can hear is your stupid drilling. Like, what do you do? Do you go and tell management that this is going on? Like, what are you supposed to do? What is the norm? Because that stuff is super annoying, especially on your day off. You know you're just relaxing in your apartment, and then all that nonsense starts to happen. Cause I was caught up in the physical attraction. Damn name. Maybe you're more than just a friend. And if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the ladies are friends. Alright, so I'm stirring my pasta again because I don't want it to stick to the bottom. You guys know what happens to pasta when it sticks to the bottom. It becomes a problem to take care of after the pasta is cooked. So, constantly give it a little bit of stir occasionally, I should say, but that would help you out in the long run, for sure. All right, I got a few more eggplants to get through here today. Our pasta is boiling, so we're gonna take the cover off, set our timer, and then that should be cooking away until we're done here. It's a big one, so we're gonna cut up in threes. If we can get away with doing one more, don't you think? If our container is completely full. All right, that is all our lovely, as far as we're willing to go with this container of eggplants. Give our pasta another beautiful stir. All right, let's get this wrapped up and put away. And then we can see what else that needs to be prepped for today.
I think you would really love here.
All right, that is one of our lovely prep item down. Let's get on to our next one, shall we? All right, so what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna grab some of our stuff that we need for our bone broth because we're gonna be doing that as well. Make some room. I'll put you guys down here while I go do that. I'm gonna grab some ingredients for the bone broth. And I'm gonna get that, come back and cut that all up for you guys. And then we can, our pasta should be done by the time we return.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, you're the cashier.
Yep.
Welcome to the dark side. Forever young.
Christina, do you have the bag?
No, the Oreo ones? No.
Up to,
The Oreos?
yeah.
All right, we got some lemongrass, which is dope. Always a good thing when we got lemongrass for our bone broth. Always a plus. You're gonna need some herbs, and we need some thyme, some oregano if we can find them. All right, we got them. Nice. All right, so now we need some scallion. We need some celery. We need some ginger. And what the absolute cheese. Some garlic. And a few onions. Very nice, very nice. Grab a couple mushrooms as well. And then we will be ready for everything for our bone broth. Napa. All right, we have everything that we need. We are making our way back. Forever young.
Thank you.
Forever young. All right, so we got everything we need for our bone broth. Let's bring that out. Lemongrass. Can't do it without lemongrass. We got some mushrooms. We got some herbs. Oregano. We got some thyme. We got our celery. We got our scallion. We got our carrots. We got our ginger. We got our garlic. And we got our onions. So we're set to go. Oh wait, we're forgetting one thing. We need our bones, don't we? We'll cross that road when we get down there. All right, we got 2 minutes left on our pasta. Maria,
Yes.
I'm gonna need to strain something. Yeah.
That was good.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to strain out my pasta. Then we can continue with this charade that is our prep. Let's put you guys over here so we can get our pasta container on here. All right, so let me strain, cool that pasta off down in some cold water, and I will bring this right back. I am just cooling down my pasta for anyone who's just running the stream now. Use some cold water to stop the cooking process. Keep my pasta nice al dente. And then we're gonna bring it back over so we can massage it with some olive oil and get it on our prep cart. We have a nice big lineup at our lovely hot food section right now. It means people are hungry and they're coming to eat. And that's always a lovely sight to see. Kind of tells us that we're doing a good job with all the food that we deliver. Because it's not just 1 or 2 days, it's a constant. So we'll keep doing our thing and you'll see. All right, my pasta's cooled down. We are going to strain off the excess water and then we'll bring that back over to you guys. All right, let's continue. Now we need a little bit of olive oil so we can massage that in. So when we go to use this again, we don't have pasta sticking all over the place on us and it makes it more difficult to work with. So I'm gonna massage that all in there. You don't need a lot, just enough to coat all your pasta and you should be good to go. All right, so now we're gonna wrap that up, label it, and put it on our prep cart. Now we can start with our bone broth.
Just pepper and onion.
That is our pasta down. So let me get our pot that we're gonna need for the bone broth, and then everything else should fall in place. I'm just gonna have to wash my pot real quick, and then I can be done. And hopefully we can get this lovely bone broth done by the end of the day, so we can get that to everybody that needs a nice cleanse to their palates, refreshment, some of the health benefits from everything that we're gonna put in here. Okay. First thing we're gonna do is get some of these things washed. Ginger, carrots, celery are all coming with me. All right, let's get that nicely dealt with. Okay, that's looking good, nice and clean. Now we get to chop everything else and put it in our pot. So our pot, big ass pot, is gonna be right here. This little creature right here. Tell me why, but I pray. Tell me why. Oh, you're back. Yeah.
You want to go your lunch? Go your lunch.
I will have one.
And tell me why. I want it that way. All right, we're gonna add in our herbs first to the pot. The one desire. Edge. Add in oregano to the pot.
My name is in the food.
Nah. Gonna add in our mushrooms. Gonna add in our green onions. Okay, scallions. Add in our celery. carrots. Don't want it that way. Now we got our ginger. Just gonna rough chop that. In we go. I never want to hear you say I want it that way. And now our onions. Now that I said it's supposed to be 20 degrees outside today in our city, but I'm still seeing people walking around in jackets and stuff. So I hope that, you know, the weather person didn't lie to us. I'm still seeing jackets and sweaters and stuff. All right, so all that's left is our garlic and our lemongrass. We're just gonna peel off that outer layer skin of the garlic. And then we're gonna throw everything in our pot once we cut it in half. All right, and then I'm just gonna get cut in half. And all of that's going in the pot as well. I don't believe you. All right, so now we got the lemongrass. Last but not least, lovely, lovely lemongrass here. I'm just gonna cut off a little bit off the top. We're gonna cut that in half, and then we're gonna tenderize it for all those aromatics and flavors. That's gonna go in the pot. Hi. I think it's. I don't do the sushi. I just work in that side. But I think that's just imitation crab. No worries. All right, so get that nice tenderized. That will release all the flavors, the aromatics and stuff like that when you put it in the pot. When it's all cooked out. So if you're working with lemongrass, you definitely want to do that 100%. And so you won't get all the benefits from using our lovely lemongrass. All right, so let me show you all this lovely stuff is in our pot. Then all that's left to do is add in our lovely chicken bones, some water, and we can get that going. So we need to bring over our chicken bones. Sunny days. All right, so let's. Let me get started by putting these in our pot. So the bones. You can even crush them down a little bit if you want. Those bones, if you feel like your pot's not big enough, you can definitely crush them down a little bit. All right, so our bones are in. Get rid of this messy tray of ours. Get that washed clean up. All right, so we're gonna get some water on top of that, and we're gonna put that on the stove and get that going. We're also gonna add in the Parmesan ends that we left off there. We're gonna be doing some more Parmesan, so we're gonna have a little bit more ends that we're gonna throw in there as well. And we're gonna also throw some nice tomato paste in there as well. So. All right, so we're gonna throw that on the stove, let that come to a boil for a second. Let me grab our tomato paste, and I'm gonna grab a little bit more Parmesan. And we're gonna come back. And we're gonna grate a little bit of parm. And we're gonna add our tomato paste to our pot. Wait for a second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put you down while I go grab my Parmesan and I'm gonna grab my tomato paste. I'll bring you guys back up when I got all that stuff.
Sorry.
Here. All right, got my Parmesan. All I need now is the tomato paste and I can make my way back.
Oh, stop. So we have this. No?
Oh, it's like just like feel that so.
You know that difference?
Do, 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 do. Gotta change my answering machine now that I'm alone. Cause right now it says that we can't come to the phone. And I know it makes no sense when we walk out the door. All right, we got our Parmesan. We need our grater. And we need a spoon. All right, so lovely, lovely, lovely. Parmesan, tomato paste. All right, so now I'm seeing more people outside of jackets. That tells me that the weather is getting nicer outside, which is great. Love to see, love to see. I'm gonna add my tomato paste to this pot over here. And then we can get our Parmesan cheese nicely grated up and put on our prep cart. Oh yeah, just what I needed. All right. All right, so what we're gonna do is push our bones, submerge them, make sure they're nicely submerged under that water so they can, draw out lots of those flavors from the bones. And then we're gonna cover it and let it come to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we're just gonna top it off to the very top, and then we are going to let it simmer for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour kind of deal. And then we'll strain it off and finish it up for the day. I doubt our stream is gonna reach that far, so you guys can see that. But yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do with it. But let's grate her up some parm.
Which one? Small one? Oh, thank you, sir. Which one next?
And these extras parm that I'm gonna have left over, I'm just gonna add that to the pot as well. Push. Alright, then we grate much of that to the crust. Now you're just left with that a little bit, and you're just gonna add that into your bone broth. Such a wide slice for no apparent reason. Nina! What's up?
Oh my God, that's right.
All right, we're almost done here. I think we have one more thing to get together before we end up our stream. We're gonna have to do our onions. Chop up our onions for actually our zucchini dish there. And I'm gonna let that be our last little thing because onions like to make you cry. And the last thing I wanna do is cry. So we leave it to the last bit so we can get a nice crying knowing that we're finished what we need to do. All right, so let's get that wrapped up and put away, shall we? Get some label on here and make sure everybody know what it's for and when it was made. Maria. Never mind. Never mind. All right. Let's give this a wipe down. Shit. Okay, let us grab our lovely onions and then we can get that prepped up and ready to go. What are we going to be putting our onions in now? That is the real question. Maria, can I get that bowl, please? The small one? The small one.
Small.
All right, ladies and gents, I'm going to grab my lovely onions. So I'll put you guys down there while I grab my onions and I'll come back and get those chopped up. Sorry. All right. Can you not? All right. Got our onions. They were trying to run away from us. Now we can bring those back.
Yeah.
And then we can get that going. Thank you, Maria. Cause the way you knock me off of my feet, it's got me feeling all type of ways. Got me feeling like I'm on the way to being someone great. Let's bring it back up. We got our onions. We can get these nicely cut up and put where they need to be. So we're gonna just cut them off, slice both ends, and we're gonna take off the outer layer of the skin so we can get them nice sliced up for what we need to use them for come Friday. Friday is gonna be the last day of our menu that we got going on for this week. And then we're gonna be able to prep and get everything ready for Monday. Saturdays are prep days, so if you want to see everything that's going on with the new menu, definitely see what we got going on Saturday morning. That's when we're gonna be doing our new menu turnover. Friday is going to be the last showcase of this week's menu. And then we will have some more things going on going forward. So stay tuned for those while we get this done. It's the way you knock me off of my feet. Okay, and now we're gonna peel off these outer layers so we can chop up what we need to chop up. The one things I don't like when it comes to if you're just doing this without gloves or chopping up garlic and onions because those aromas just stay on your fingers. The scents just stay on your fingers. Even when I leave here and I can smell, even when I wash my hands a million times, I can still smell residual of onions and garlic all up on my fingers. You know, just not smell good all the time, you know? I get a type of soap that, you know, take up all that scent.
Did you do the no? You know what she made?
Susie, I can make it when you love me. I can nothing. Susanna, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? The weather outside. Can you feel Yeah. All right, our outer layer of our onions nicely cut up. Let us get this sliced up, shall we? My eyes are already starting to burn a little bit. If you hear me crying and complaining, that is why. These onions are all kinds of potent in my face. Whew. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking for. It's good, yeah.
Once I get in here, I love it.
Yeah, I know, I see you. All right, so grab a little bowl over here, grab a little onions over here, grab you guys a little bit closer, come see what's going on down here. And we're just gonna slice away until our pot starts to boil, right? Nice little thin slices, and it'll help them caramelize nicely once all said and done. you're doing something like this, you want to lock your finger in, and just rub that knife off your knuckle. Make sure your finger's tucked in, and use that knuckle as your guiding point to come across, and that will help you from not cutting yourself. So, you know, against the knuckle, you can't really see it, but you know, against the knuckle, and just keep on slicing across. And then you have nothing to worry about. Yeah. Ooh, all right, our eyes are not teary anymore. These onions are dealing with us nicely, and we don't have to cry. All right, so sounds good. Sounds good. Watching.
Yes. Soup? Okay. No one is here?
All right, that's the last of our onions here. It's been a blast cutting these onions up. My tear ducts are shot, but yeah, it was good. Ghetto superstar, that is what you are. Coming from afar, run away with me to another place. We can rely on each other, oh, from one corner to another. All right, one entire giant bowl of onions. My eyes said we're never doing this again. My mind says, you know, we might bring it back for another recipe. But there's always a battle between my mind and my eyes. And my mind usually wins. All right, so let's get this wrapped up, get this nicely labeled, and we can put that on our lovely prep cart. All right. And that's all we got for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Everything else we will finish up a little bit later. Actually, let me take a double check, see if there's anything major that needs to be done. We still got to make some sauce for chicken, but we'll try to do that after our bone broth. Chicken's done, sauce for the chicken, sauce for the salmon is good. Ground beef stuff we're gonna do on the day. Eggplant's done, Parmesan's done, onions are done, zucchini are on the day, and the beans. Cool. We're in good standings for this. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us on another lovely stream. Hope everybody enjoyed our stream today, our food and everything else that went along with that. Thanks you for joining, and you know, hopefully we'll see you on the next one. So we're gonna wrap up the stream here. So if you guys want to support in a big way, definitely leave us, double tap the screen, leave us a like. We're at our 3-hour stream mark anyways, so it's a good time to wrap up. Consider subscribing, and we'll bring you more content like this. YouTube will let you know, notify you when we go live again with some new content. If you hit that notification and that bell icon, you will get all that lovely stuff. And we will be back on Friday to showcase what we got going on. And also, we're going to build their new menu for the following week. All of that being said, appreciate you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you, Miss Janet, as well, for your lovely contribution to our lovely growing channel. Our goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're almost there, so come on that journey with us, and we'd love to have you. We'd love to chat with you and everything else. So until then, we'll see you guys on the next live stream, all right? Have a good one. Stay safe, stay warm, and peace.